ZanZanA, l'émission métal.
السلام مرحبا بكم bienvenue في ZanZanA live streaming show. Voilà, donc اليوم c'est une émission vraiment spéciale. C'est une émission avec un groupe lié à la برشا ما ريناش. On se rappelle, hein, rappelez-vous, plein de souvenirs avec ce groupe, hein, surtout le spécial, la première partie de Melik aux journées musicales de Carthage, hein, les JMC. Persona, qu'est-ce qu'ils sont devenus? Où est-ce qu'ils sont? Ben voilà, donc Persona, on les retrouve tout de suite. Et on va parler en anglais. On commence avec Jelena et Melik. Hi, Jelena et Melik.
Hi.
How are you?
We're good. Good. All good. Thanks for inviting us.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jelena, Melik, you're no more in Tunisia now. You're in Germany from 1 year now, I think.
Yeah, a bit more than 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that Dr. Melik is now now he's working and studying in Germany, continuing his studying for medicine, and you're in research, I think, things like that.
I'm doing a specialization in human genetics.
Wow, DNA.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and so and where are you in Germany?
It's the northwest, sort of. It's Hanover.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's Hanover. Like it's the capital of Lower Saxony state, and it's a
Hanover.
very pleasant city. Yeah, it's a very nice city.
Yeah, we really like it.
Okay, and going in Germany doesn't mean that Persona is dead. So you continue the experience, but with a new lineup.
Persona is dead, certainly not. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here like tonight.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, you can
All right. So when the decision was taken to come to Germany for me and Jelena and Yossi to go to France, it was more or less at the same time, at the end of 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We discussed, like, with the remaining band members in Tunisia, if there was any possibility for them to continue, for all of us to continue together, and it seemed that it wasn't possible. Like, Yossi was going to France, and with him it was like he really wanted to continue like the project together, but sadly for the other band members, it wasn't possible anymore. So we came here into Germany with the mindset that we are going to look for new members here. So yeah, Persona wasn't dead, and it's not planned to be dead.
Yeah, definitely not like that.
And there's still a Tunisian, but not in Germany. He's in Paris. Yossi Weda.
Hello. Bonsoir tout le monde. Ça va, Karim?
Ouais, et toi?
Oui, ça va, oui.
So, Yossi, so you were in the band before the comment on dit déménagement? The new settling.
On parle en français, allez. On peut parler en français.
Ouais.
Donc alors, c'était quoi la question?
Donc,
Karim,
la
je t'entends
cantine
mal.
de Tu m'entends?
Il y a
Je crois que j'ai un problème.
des coupures.
Maintenant, c'est revenu, je
Ouais.
crois.
Oui.
J'ai un problème de connexion.
Ouais.
So, donc l'expérience de Yossi avec Persona, parle-nous-en.
L'expérience de Sri avec Persona, bon, j'ai commencé avec Persona depuis le début, depuis 2012. Et voilà, après, on a décidé de continuer ensemble. Moi, je suis allé à Paris pour continuer mes études. Bon, d'ailleurs, hier, j'ai eu mon diplôme de spécialisation en architecture.
Congrats.
Donc, voilà. Et maintenant, en ce moment, bon, je suis à Paris et le reste du groupe, ils sont à Hanovre, en Allemagne. Et voilà, voilà.
D'accord. Donc, Melik, Jelena, do you present us the new members?
Yes. Okay. So we can also present them at the same time. We can see them at the same time. So we've got Eike on the bass and Simon,
Wow.
Deutsch, but Simon, we can call him Simon, on the drums.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
So, how did you get the choice, Jelena, Melik? How did you meet Simon and Eike?
I know he's trying out Deutsch. We had to look for like new musicians when we came here, so I kind of put an ad in some Facebook groups for musicians here in Hanover, and actually Eike contacted me first because he saw the ad, the post, and we met and we decided, okay, we're going to rehearse together, and that was it. And as for Simon, I contacted him, and she also was willing to try so that we have a rehearsal together and we see how it works. So yeah, we actually found each other on Facebook, and and we're very happy that it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first Simon, Eike, did you hear the personal music before joining the band? Did you go to YouTube? So what the past, because it's not a new band, it's a band that has a story.
Yeah, of course. What is pretty funny actually is I recorded for my music studies. I recorded an album basically, which I called Persona Misplaced. It was, I guess, 3.5 years ago. And then I searched for bands who had the same name. And then I heard the music in Persona. It's pretty funny because I really like the songs. And then suddenly 3 years later, it was like, okay, Jelena contacted me, and then I saw the artwork and the name, and I thought, man, you know it. Like you heard it before. This was
Awesome.
That's a coincidence.
Yeah. Incredible.
And you, Eike?
Yeah, like Jelena said, it was an online post on Facebook that I saw, and I get immediately curious about that. And of course, when you post things on Facebook about music, you need to also put a link to music there. So of course, I listened to it, and it directly, was, I don't know the word in English, but it was really captivating me. You know, like I was pretty much into it right from the first listen. And from that point on, it was only the question if we could get along with each other, and that works out musically. And luckily it did.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I would say I'm not very used to make interview in English, so that I got to find
You can ask the questions in French, and if it helps, you can translate.
No, it's okay. So when you get new members on a band, there's a new style, there's a new energy, there's a new way of thinking, of playing together music. There's a new sound. How to make the continuity between Tunisian persona and German persona?
Do you want to answer? Who wants to answer?
Who wants to answer?
Who wants to go
Who
first?
wants to answer this question? let's go. Like we can all answer. We're going to have like interesting answers. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful.
No.
Okay, I'll start, and then like everybody can pitch in or add whatever their thoughts are. I think if I have to answer this question, I would say that we are actually trying to not keep that much with the continuity of what we did in Tunisia. I mean, we're building upon what we achieved, like in Tunisia, like our first 2 albums and whatnot. But like for now, as you said, like for a new sound, a new direction, a new energy, a new like communication with band members, I think we're trying to get something newer, and something maybe more modern, so to speak.
Mhm.
So I would say like what's coming next is going to be a bit more different from our first 2 albums, like from the Tunisian persona, so to speak.
What do you mean by modern?
You'll have to. You'll have to
Yes, yeah. We're not going to sit, we're not going to like uncover any detail right now. But yeah.
I mean, of course, every band has its own sound, which is created by every individual part, actually. So we already had 2 concerts in Hanover, I guess.
Yeah.
Of course, we were playing all the old songs from Persona, but I guess they sounded different with the new lineup already.
Yes.
And, yeah, with the new direction, actually, we're producing new songs at the moment. So yeah, it's definitely going in a little bit different direction. But I think it's something that everyone who loved the first 2 records will also really love, because it's like there's something from every record actually, but something special on the top actually. So, and it's very catchy, it's brutal at the same time. So I guess it's very, very cool, very nice.
Yeah, very. I don't know, like refreshed, a bit of a remake, like really, like let's say a German persona is a bit, but just because we're lucky to have found Aiken and Simon, so we can we really work out together like creatively, and it's a totally new energy, as you said, Karim. So what's coming out of it is like the totally like a refreshed and like new creative story.
Okay, are you still in the symphonic metal fronted woman band, or there's change of direction?
Well, it's certainly there's a woman in front, so that's that the symphonic part, we can say it decreased a bit. Well, we will see. We're still in the process of composing, so we don't know how the whole thing is going to sound in the end. But yeah, going probably a bit more modern, and yeah, somehow going in the. I think we're still we're still not putting ourselves, in a specific genre. We're just, trying to do something different, like how we feel like it, and we're going to see what kind of genre are we going to end up in the end, basically. So we will help to hear.
Okay. So everyone can ask question by making writing some comments, because we are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, on ZanZanA channel, and we are on Twitter and on Periscope. So there's Niels who say salut Nala, Melik, Karim from France, salut Yusri, Sheba Russi. Miss you, King Godfather, miss you, Jelena, Melik, miss you a lot, guys. Where are you, Persona? Donc, ça c'est Disturbed. Miss your music monster. I still remember the last show in the street, GMC Festival. Hi, AK, hi, Simon.
You want to know everything right now, Niels.
Okay, donc Sarah said, to me personally, is a Tunisian night wish. Much love.
Thank you, Sarah.
So there's the question. You just recorded a video clip last week. That means that's new songs, new music. That means there's a new album maybe coming. So can you speak a little bit about it?
So yeah, actually we are currently producing the album. We have 2 tracks finished, and also the first single, which we shot a video for it, which will be released this year already. But for the album, we are going to go for next year. So we still have to make like a few songs, compose a few songs, and we really want this to be like a statement, like something very special, like which is the best we can do. And I guess we will need some time if we're going to or release next year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the plan.
And actually, we are also planning like a crowdfunding for.
Yeah. We're
So-
planning on crowdfunding. Yeah, like right now, which like should start in like a couple of weeks. We will see, but it's currently in preparation. So crowdfunding campaign, because like this project. Also, as someone said, we're planning it to be something very special and, like the best we can do. So, with the raising of our standards, also the costs are also going up. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. So we're going to need we can use any help that we use, any support that we can.
Okay, Khaled, hey guys, so happy to see you. Any plan for a near future album we are talking about? And with everything happening with the world, might have some influences on the next album theme? That's a question.
That's a good question.
Will it?
Hey, Khaled. I think Jelena and Simon, like they are now like the main text writers or
Yes,
something
we
like
are
that.
the
So
main text.
they have to answer that question now.
Well, so far, what have we?
Like okay, for the last songs we were writing, actually we were searching for topics like Jelena and I, and that's the most part of the text that Jelena is still doing, because of course she has to sing it in the end and she has to feel good with it. But of course, always when you write a song, I guess like the world has influences on it, so there will definitely be like influences of this year. Actually, this year is very special for musicians also and artists and actually everyone. So I guess it will have an impact on our songs. And
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, certainly. We'll see in which way exactly, but yeah.
New song, COVID one.
Like the song, 19 songs on the album, like COVID.
So Doug on Periscope say, what up from New York? Hi Doug, thank you for joining us. Okay, and Sleazy from Facebook, niveau concert, comment vous voyez le futur? Prêt à jouer devant des gens assis? Yeah, because
I will translate for Eike and Simon. It was in French. So he was asking, like, how do you guys see for the future, like concerts, and would you guys be willing to play for people who are actually seated?
Yeah,
Alors là, c'est un peu compliqué, Karim.
allez, raconte.
C'est un peu compliqué en ce moment. Tu sais, hein, tous les concerts. En plus, on avait pas mal de dates pendant cet été.
Ouais.
Et malheureusement, toutes les dates ont été annulées. Donc, voilà.
Yeah, it's a trouble in Europe. No concerts. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but personally, I don't think it would be such a bad thing to play in front of people who are sitting down. It would be certainly weird in the beginning, but it would definitely, okay, that would give, I don't know, actually, it would be weird because it's metal, so it's energetic, so you're supposed to, stand up and have fun. But I guess in the end, if that's the only way, people just have to use to it because, like, concerts like that are still better than no concerts at all, right? So,
Yeah.
I see it the same way.
Yeah. And that's you had some show that was cancelled, I think, because of the corona in March.
in March, yes, that's not the only one. We had like that thing in March. We had several things, like some festivals, even during the summer. And we had some concerts now in the fall. We were actually even planning some mini tour that was impossible to do. So lots of things didn't happen, unfortunately.
You had to come to play in Tunisia because there's all the show were played in Tunisia.
Yeah, we'll certainly come at some point. I don't know when, but we'll definitely have like a concerts in Tunisia. I was there in the summer, and many people like really want us to play there again. So it will happen at some point. I don't know when, but that's gonna happen for sure.
So, being in Germany, Melik and Jelena, did there's opportunities with record companies and things like that to our tour or booking managers and things like that to go in another step. How did you manage to find new deals for the band?
The thing is, I think what would be interesting, like for record deals or record companies or whatever, is to present like new material. So this is what we're actually doing, and we haven't started looking like actively because we haven't released new material yet. And now, especially like with the Corona situation and everything, it seems that it's maybe not the right time because record companies are not willing probably to sign like bands because I know that not so many tours can happen afterwards. So we're working on our side, but I feel that the situation like with the virus and with tours and with concerts has to improve a bit before we can actually start looking actively maybe and like trying to get an actual deal at that moment.
Yeah. So that's why now you're writing new materials and how can you manage? Because Yusri is in France and all the other are in Germany. How do you manage this for recording and for writing and the collaboration?
Luckily enough, Simon and I are also living in Hanover. So for the four of us, except for Yosri, as he's living in Paris, obviously, we can actually meet up if we want to and do some songwriting work or whatever is on the hands and at need. And with software solutions from nowadays, we can kind of, communicate with the Yosri. So we can exchange ideas, we can record at home certain lines, share ideas and bring stuff together without being in one room, while I bet all of us would like to, have a songwriting session with all of us in one room, but Corona times and
We have a Dropbox folder.
Yeah, the magic Dropbox.
Yeah, we have a Dropbox folder where we exchange ideas.
Ouais, Karim, pendant le confinement, en fait, on a travaillé en ligne. On a validé les idées ensemble. Et là, on va faire de notre mieux pour se capter, se voir. Peut-être moi, je me déplace pour pour aller composer avec le groupe. Sinon, on continue en ligne et c'est tout. Voilà, tout est possible.
Yes,
Surtout maintenant.
everything.
Ouais.
Yeah.
Yeah, working online is something easy now with all the technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sarah says you can plan for a drive-in concert. I don't know if there are drive-in concerts in Germany.
Yes, there are, but actually it's more like for the bigger pop artists.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't see any drive-in concerts for like relatively small metal bands, you know.
Yeah, I think it's boring to play in a drive-in concert. I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I saw a
For bikers.
Bikers.
Yeah, for bikers, for example. Driving concert bikers, yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Michael Sedov, Yusri Wed, Walla Star, ba.
Michael Sedov, c'est le claviériste de mon ex-groupe Apostle, Karim. si tu
Ah,
te rappelles.
d'accord.
Et c'est lui, and it's him who directed our last video for NVIDIA.
NVIDIA, yeah, it's him who directed, filmed, and did the editing and everything. So it's him.
Hi, Mikael.
Hi, Mikael.
Mariam Bahri. Alors, Yassine Reir from Algeria. Hello guys, maybe in Constantine in Algeria one day. Much respect from Algeria.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Ok, Niels, vous avez tous des side projects, ça vous aide pour Persona. Alors justement, have you all got side projects? This is the question from Niels.
Side projects or other projects, I guess. That's what he means.
Yeah.
So the question was, all of you seem to have side projects. Does it help you with Persona, or is it a problem with Persona or something like that? That was the question.
I for myself, yeah, there are side projects. Now in Corona times, of course, there's nothing, or at least in my projects, nothing really happening, like having a really tight packed schedule. So it hasn't become a problem yet, and I don't see it in the future.
Yeah. Simon?
Yeah, actually, I'm playing in a progressive rock band, sort of, but the new stuff is going to be more like 80s rock pop. It's called sont. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically another project, and then I'm like working drummer, so I'm always like, right now I'm playing a musical and lessons and yeah, just doing stuff basically, like everything just music.
Yosri?
Bah, en ce moment, non, mais oui, dans le futur, oui, pourquoi pas. Je suis en train de réfléchir.
Ouais.
Ouais.
Melik, this is a question for you because you had several side projects.
Yeah. So the side projects for me, well, basically all of the genres are different from Persona. So it's either grunge or stoner or alternative metal. I mean, it's not like the style of Persona. So it's just with these bands, I can play or sing or whatever things that don't fit into Persona style. So they don't somehow, they don't overlap with each other. They're just like another part of the patchwork of the music that I like. So absolutely no problem for me. Au contraire, it helps me to play the things that I like with different bands.
Yeah, I think the only one who's stuck with Persona is Jelena.
Actually,
No.
no. I also, well, I don't mind, but I also have, like, here in Hanover, I sing, I'm like a second singer, like a female singer. They have a male singer and they wanted a female singer, so it's another metal band called Insidious Voice. So I'm now singing with them as well. And I have my own little pet, like, project that I'm not doing anything with at the moment, my Helenium. So, but I'm planning to continue that in the future at some point when I have time. So, yeah. That's it.
Okay. Mariam will say hello guys. Shihab, we can say persona disappear like ghost. Not like ghost, but miss your shows, guys. Still waiting a new burning album like usual, guys. I want an infected album like coronavirus.
Okay.
Infected, that means it's going to go viral and people are gonna love it. If that's what he means, then why not? Like, let's make it an infected album.
Excuse me. الشهاب شو الفيلم اللي جبته هذايا؟ شهاب عروسي, ladies and gentlemen, شهاب عروسي. Yes, so you recorded a video clip last week. Can you talk a little bit about it, because we saw some images on your page. It's like something.
Yeah, actually, we are all UPS drivers. Like,
You what?
we are all UPS drivers. Actually.
That's one interpretation of it. Or Ghostbusters. Second.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. Yeah.
So I think
Living Dead.
Yeah, we don't want to talk too much about it because we are planning to little by little sort of tease it a bit. But what I can say is I think it's going to be probably our best video so far.
Yeah.
The shots in themselves were really, really good. So I think it's going to be a really cool video for sure. Like,
And I think everyone will be surprised by it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah, because here's the question. Au fait, il arrive quand sur YouTube le clip? I think it's on the editing now, but
Yeah.
so who directed it?
FTG Studios. It's a very nice studio.
Yeah.
It's near Osnabrück, I guess. Yeah. And they're doing pretty good work actually. So yeah, it will turn out very nice, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were very happy with the shooting day. Like, it was really amazing. They were so professional, very creative. It was a really tiring day, but we all had so much fun.
I guess how long was it? 14 hours of shooting?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Or
Like
15?
14 hours. Yeah.
Okay. On YouTube, the editing will be ending when? When can we see it?
We're going for November, and we'll see if we can. If we can keep that promise. But yeah, I think it will happen. Yeah.
Okay. Leonie Bergman from.
Hello.
So explain me, who is Leonie Bergman?
It is my girlfriend. Actually.
Ah, okay.
Hello.
Hello.
And she acted in the
Choose.
video as well.
Choose. نقصد البوم رعب كريم بن عمر كي تسمعوا العباد تولي ادكتد. اي فهمناك شيء.
Yeah.
So he meant like,
Connection.
the connection.
And
Yeah.
so Okay. Leonie. So everyone can ask a question to Persona by comments on Facebook Watch or on YouTube. So come on, can you ask your questions? Ask all the questions that you want, because there's a long time that we didn't speak with Persona. So how is the living in Germany, Jelena and Melik?
Oh, it's awesome. We love it. We
Yeah,
absolutely love it. So,
yeah,
especially, I don't know, for metal, I think Germany is the perfect country.
yeah,
If we want to talk about that, like there's so many opportunities. Of course, now this year nothing is normal because of Corona. But if everything were normal, like so many clubs open for gigs of that type, so many festivals, everything is booked. Like people love listening to metal. Like, it's awesome. And also the whole societies, everything is so free. People can do anything. Everybody's open-minded. Everybody's nice. Awesome.
yeah. And the opportunities are, of course, there's lots. You can find lots of opportunity than in Tunisia. That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Yes.
In Tunisia, so for example, like for the last 2 years, I would say in Tunisia, like our last 2 years in Tunisia, so 2017, 2018, something like that, we barely played five gigs, maybe maximum, because of the lack of opportunities. Even though we were
Yeah,
sort of like in Tunisia, we had our fan base and everything, just because there are no venues, or the venues are that want to have like bands that play their own music are rare in Tunisia.
Yeah.
So it's not that easy. Here it's totally different. Like there are clubs, like bars or clubs or whatnot, in which local bands get to play.
Yeah.
People pay to see some bands playing their own music. So I guess the mentality is very different. In Tunisia, most people, when they go out, in metal at least, they want to listen to covers. That's what we understood from our experience. Like people in bar, they don't particularly want to listen to bands play their own music. Rather, they want to listen to a cover band. And here it's different.
yeah, yeah. But because they got used to it in Tunisia, but with all the covers bands, all the cover band play the same songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah,
a cover band is very popular also here in Germany. Actually, so
True.
you have cover bands that play in front of 8,000 people every weekend. So not right now.
Yeah.
But actually, yeah, Germany has a very big metal scene, and also here in Hanover there are a few clubs. Actually, we played our second club show in Hanover. It was in Kulturpalast, and
Mhm.
it was in January, right? And
Yes.
Yeah.
like over 100 people in the audience. Actually, it was a very small place actually, so
Yeah. The place is very small.
completely packed. So yeah, it was great. So yeah, actually, there's a very good scene.
Yeah.
So, Persona is half Tunisian, half German now. Are you going to keep your original beat in the forthcoming songs?
Did we? My question is: did we ever have Oriental beat? Did we really have an Oriental beat? Because we didn't put it there on purpose. That's the only.
On one song.
Yeah. Exactly.
Only blast beat coming.
Only last week.
Okay, Khald, so are we gonna see some cultural interchange within the music, or maybe video clips? Perhaps new instruments material? That would be great.
So new instruments, maybe because they usually give like some weird exotic sounds. But why not? What I can say for sure, like, is the new songs that we have now, like the couple that we have, are going to be super interesting for people who follow us from the beginning. They will see a side or like some aspect or some. I think they were going to really like it and to enjoy our music even more. I feel like.
Yeah. And as for the instruments, what Khalid meant, since we're going into this sounds to me, what he meant sounds to me more like, using original instruments, meaning like not world music, but, using real, weird, different, real different, real instruments, but since we're going a bit more modern, there's certainly going to be some like different styles, like different arrangements in our music, but probably not coming from real acoustic instruments.
Okay. So for Niels, yes, I can hear it in Forbidden, for example, the Oriental thing. Last album was a concept album. In the lyrics, there's a beginning and the end, an introduction and a conclusion, and things happened in the album. All the songs had a continuity on the story. Will you say
We'll wait for it.
That connection.
Yeah,
that connection.
Yes.
You heard the question? You
No, we just.
The screen.
Yeah, maybe we can guess the question. The question would be.
Yeah, the question is, you had a continuity, you had a concept album, the last album.
Sorry, we still can't hear you.
Will you like this?
Continuité avec le deuxième album, Jelena.
No. Look, no. No. I mean, no, we're making something totally different. If there's a continuity with the second album, no, we're making something totally different. And at the moment, doesn't feel like it's going to be a concept album at all. So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it will be like just like songs with different themes.
Yeah.
And maybe there will be some story in it, but it won't be like, it's not actually planned like a concept album with like a beginning and an end. So
Yeah.
maybe then again it could still happen because there's still much to do. So
Yeah, it might happen, but yeah.
How it turns out.
Yeah. So now we can just continue chatting on our own.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, here I am.
He's back.
Sorry, connection. So I didn't hear anything. What did you say?
We're actually not planning to do a concept album, so actually I guess it will be like songs which are not like connected to each other, but then again it still could happen because there's much to do, but yeah, I don't think that it will be a concept album.
Yeah, we'll see.
Karim is frozen with connection. Yes, it is. So, Ayman Louhibi, my question is both off topic and silly, but I'd quite like to ask it anyway. Are you guys into video game by any chance? If so, is there a particular video game soundtrack that you like?
Yeah, actually, I'm a little bit into video games. I really love the soundtracks from the first, I guess, first four Silent Hill games. It's
Silent
called
Hill.
Silent Hill. It's pretty great soundtrack. Very minimalistic, a little bit noisy, very, yeah, horrifying actually. I really like that.
Interesting.
Okay.
Heike?
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 Yeah, I actually also, if I'm trying to remember the name, but I was really flashed by, now I remember by the audio works of Hideo Kojima in his Metal Gear Solid titles. I really like
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And I had the chance to also listen to the Death Stranding soundtrack, which
Yeah.
was his latest release, which is also, for my taste, directly on point again, like in all of his games.
Yesterday?
Yes,
I
he
listen.
can hear us. He can hear us
Right.
apparently.
He's muted. He's muted.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, he has problem with his connection.
Or something.
connection. And you, Jelena?
I'm not much of a gamer because like it's kind of whenever I tried it in the past, it just takes too much of my time and my brain, so I'm just trying to stay away from it. So I'm not really. But there are some like we occasionally have some soundtracks of like some games. What do I like? The one that I always say I like it.
I think we'll get it also. I think it's like the game from the 90s called Transport Tycoon.
Oh my god, it's horrible. Yeah, I like the music from it apparently. I've never seen the game, but yeah, I like the
I think also we sort of enjoyed that the music from the Secret of the Island.
yes, the Super Monkey Island. That's like an old game, yeah.
And as for me, like to answer the question, yeah, I play a lot. Like actually, most of my free time these days, I'm actually playing. I play Dota 2. I play Civilization, and I like to watch when I have free time, like professional StarCraft 2 games.
I also watch. I only watch professional StarCraft games, but I don't play them. I never play.
Ok, Yusri,
Oui, salut.
donc, on rappelle la question.
Ouais.
So, are you guys into video games by any chance? And there's particular video game soundtrack that you like?
Bon, ça fait longtemps pour moi. Ouais. Ne suis pas trop en ce moment trop video game.
Ouais.
Mais voilà.
Candy Crush.
Ah.
Candy Crush.
Non.
Candy Crush is a great
Mais
soundtrack.
je me rappelle plus.
We were all addicted to Candy Crush at some point, but who is brave enough to admit it?
Candy Crush can eat you a lot of time. I know.
Cool. Minecraft
Yeah.
has a great soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Alors, musical influence of each of you. You are still young, just 90s influences or 80s or things like that. Tiens, Heike and Simon, let's begin with you. Heike, music
Yeah,
influence.
Well, on my side, I'm 29 years old right now. I started playing bass with 13, 14, and music was a great deal before, but especially more afterwards. And
Yeah.
I had experiences in different genres by listening and by playing. So I would say I'm more influenced actually right now by the 90s than by the 80s, but in the end, I mean, it's quite general to say so, but I love almost like 99% of music in the world. So every genre has its own pearl. Every decade in music definitely can be the same be said about it. So I guess the 90s are on my side.
And who is your bass hero?
Oh, on bass. Oh, there's actually a list. But if I
Yeah.
No, Ike is frozen.
Ike is frozen. So
if I put it into context with
Ike, I know Ike, and you, Simon.
music, I give you.
Here it is. You got frozen, so you told us that you got a list, and after we didn't hear anything.
Actually, I could make up a list, but to keep it to metal, for example, it's definitely Mr. Ryan Martini from Mudvayne. He was, from metal kind of music, a nice idol. I can't say that he's influencing me on my playing because he's way better than me, but he's influencing in my me and my motivation.
Yeah.
To do nice stuff on the bass.
And you, Simon?
Actually, like the basic music that I first listened to, my first influences were like more the 70s actually, like the progressive rock bands from back then. Like I very much listened to like Frank Zappa, Old Genesis, and King Crimson, and then I got into like Toto and Peter Gabriel and Phil Collins and all this stuff. Actually, this was like when I was a kid basically. And after that, when I was like 13, 14 years old, then suddenly it was Limp Bizkit, Deftones, Korn, Slipknot, all that. And yeah, actually, I guess my biggest hero in music is, I would say, Peter Gabriel, but there are also other artists like Björk and Massive Attack. So actually not so very much metal, but that's the problem, I guess. So yeah.
Okay, Yusri.
The sugar.
I can't remember something metal.
Just to also name a metal band.
Et toi, Yusri?
Alors moi, bon, je suis ouvert à tous les styles, mais quand j'ai commencé à écouter du black metal symphonique. J'ai commencé
direct,
avec un groupe. Ouais, direct, j'ai commencé par un groupe de black metal symphonique. Si tu te rappelles, je sais pas, le groupe s'appelait Perihelion. On a joué à l'accord de guitare.
D'accord.
Donc voilà, et après je suis passé j'ai joué avec Apostle, du coup je me suis orienté vers tout ce qui est death mélodique. Et en ce moment, en gros, mes influences, bon, j'aime bien Opeth. C'est parmi mes groupes préférés, Opeth, Gojira et Korn. C'est parmi les principaux groupes que j'aime. Voilà, en tout, mais là, je suis plus intéressé en tout ce qui est metal moderne, Giant, et je suis en train de découvrir, et voilà.
D'accord. Et ton guitar hero, c'est qui
Bon, ça dépend. J'ai pas de guitar hero, mais chacun a son style. Hein. Je peux pas dire, voilà, c'est ça mon guitar hero, ou voilà, j'aime bien imiter ce gars, ou non. Je sélectionne les éléments que j'aime, que j'apprécie trop bien, c'est tout.
Ok. Melik.
So as for me, I'm also like a bit like Simon because I love many things from the 70s, mostly like Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, stuff like that. Also like many bands from the 80s, starting from Death, like Soundgarden. I think they started in the 80s as well. But if I had to pick like favorite genre or favorite decade, it would be the 90s. I'm very much into grunge and stoner. I'm also very much into heavy metal, and I think it was like the best decade for heavy metal with Pantera, Megadeth, Metallica. So and my guitar hero would be definitely Marty Friedman from Megadeth.
Martin Friedman.
Yeah, in his era with Megadeth.
Okay, Jelena.
Okay, so what I started with was basically power metal. So I started with Rhapsody and Camelot. And that was very cool. Actually, no, before that I started with Nirvana and Offspring, but that was like just kind of a grunge commercial and like not really metal. So these were my first metal ones. And I just remember the funny thing that I was actually listening to when my classmates, when I was like 11 or 12, they were listening, to the 90s, what was popular back then. And I actually, I was like, I'm gonna do something totally different. And I was like persistently listening to Elvis Presley. So I was like an Elvis Presley fan, like the whole time in school. So that was completely like insane, but yeah. And later, so I also like many genres. I'm very much into jazz that I kind of never had any chance to like really play or sing like professionally or whatever, but yeah, that inspires me a lot. And let's say my current favorite metal band is Leprous, and I love the singer Einar Zolberg.
Yeah.
So him, and I love Pain of Salvation, but let's say bit of the older songs, and I also love their singer Daniel Gildenlow. And yeah, that can be it.
Yeah, Leprous is something. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw them live in February in Dortmund, and it was, I guess it was one of the best shows that I ever saw until now, actually. So,
Yeah. You're, how you said, you're very, I don't find the words. Saharic.
You lucky bastard.
You're lucky bastard.
Yeah. Okay, so we're waiting for the video clip now, so we can know the new direction of Persona. Okay, we're going waiting. Wait in November. You say October, November. November.
Beginning of November, hopefully, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much, Persona. It was very good to hear you news from you. Hear back some news. That was fine.
Thank you. Thank you for the
invitation.
Thank you a lot, Karim, for having us here.
You're welcome. And okay, ZanZanA is open for you to all the new information or voilà. Donc don't hesitate.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, last word. I don't know what you want to say.
Last word. Okay, we're planning to launch the crowdfunding. I mean, I know that doesn't really, Tunisian people. I think that. I mean, from some technical financial reasons, it's not easy to send any money out from Tunisia. I mean, Tunisian people know it. So, yeah. But if anybody else is listening to this who is not from Tunisia, we're planning to launch a crowdfunding. So, any help would be very, very, very welcome. Thank you in advance.
Okay, I think there's some the links in your Bandcamp or in your site.
We were
the link for the crowdfunding, so to send money.
There will be. It's not yet. We are still planning it, working on it. So it will happen in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will it together with the new video and with the singer. So stay tuned, and I guess everyone will be surprised in a positive way. So stay tuned.
We hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Au revoir.
ZanZanA, l'émission métal.